Okay, welcome to the 3S Yoga YouTube channel. I'm Alisha, this is Nadia. Today we're going to be talking about sun salutations. We'll start with A, and you can find B on a different video. So we'll start in mountain pose. Good. So you can see mountain pose is not just standing, right? So right now Nadia's just kind of standing. We want to activate, push into your feet. Good. Pull your kneecaps up towards your hips. Tuck your pelvis a little. Broad shoulders, let your palms face forward. Reach up at the crown of your head. Good. Close your eyes, take a few breaths. Feel nice and steady. You can open your eyes. Inhale, arms come all the way up overhead. Pause here. Look up. Keep all of that energy in your mountain pose. And bend your knees a little. Hinge forward at your hips and fold forward. Good. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, release. Step back to plank. And Nadia's going to do a modified version today. As you exhale to lower down, you can drop your knees. Good. Lower all the way to the mat. Inhale, lift up for baby cobra. Reach your heart forward. Exhale, release. Move through table to get to down dog. Awesome. Inhale, look forward, and walk forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, release. And inhale all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands come down. Good. So that's our easy sun salutations A. We're going to go through each part. So we've already kind of visited mountain pose. We'll go back there. Inhale, arms overhead. Same thing as before. Keep all that energy in your mountain. And we'll do our forward fold. So you definitely want to bend your knees a little bit here. Hinge at your hips. Keep your back nice and straight as you fold forward. Good. And take a second here. Take some breaths. Make sure, like Nadia looks really good, her belly is touching her thighs, which is a good indicator that you're not pulling into your low back and you're really feeling it in your hamstrings. Inhale, lift up halfway. So you can bring your fingertips to your shins. You can bring your fingertips to your thighs. You want to make sure your shoulders are nice and broad and pulling back. You can even kind of bring your arms out like wings if you want to really open your heart here. Good. And exhale, fold back forward. Keep that focus on your back, nice and long. Belly touches your thighs. You can move around a little bit here. Make sure you feel comfortable in your forward fold. So this is a place to rest. You're exhaling in your sun salutations. You're not really pulling, forcing. Good. Now we're going to do the step back. Plant your hands on the mat. You can bend your knees deeply to get there. Step back into your plank. Awesome. So we'll use Nadia as a demo here. So first let's do a super lazy plank. So you're not really, yep, there you go. So you want to make sure that your hips aren't really dipping down. We're working against gravity here. Your hips want to come down. We're not going to let them. So you can go ahead and activate your core, lift your hips, use even the muscles in your hamstrings, your glutes, push into your hands. Yep, super active. And this is like the joke, right? A minute here is not a real minute. It's way longer than a real minute. And then we're going to lower. So you can drop your knees. Good. And then lower all the way to the mat. And you can notice Nadia brings her heart forward right before she lowers. Inhale, yep, okay, good. Heart forward, awesome. And you can rest here. On your inhales, when you lift up, we're gonna do baby cobra here first, so just a little back bend. Yeah, and you can lift your hands off the mat. Good. In here, in any back bend that we come into after this, we wanna keep all of this energy. So our hands and our arms are doing almost no work. They're just helping out our back muscles and this reaching your heart forward. Good, you can relax. And then we'll push back through table to get to down dog. Awesome. And Nadia has a really good down dog. You can see she has a nice long back, long spine. Good. And Nadia is very flexible. She's able to have her legs straight and have that nice long spine. My hamstrings are a little less flexible, so I have to bend my knees a little bit. Yep. And she's pushing into her hands. Perfect. And then, Nadia, would you be able to do a down dog that doesn't look good? It's kind of hard. Yep, yeah. So what happens here, Nadia loses all of that stability in her hands. She still has a nice long back, but how is she gonna reach, walk forward, hop forward, when her arms and her hands are so unstable? So you can come back to your normal down dog. Good. And inhale, look in between your hands. Exhale as you walk or hop forward. Good. And we're back in that forward fold. Paying attention here, so nice integrity in your pose. As you inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, release, fold forward. And inhale, lift up all the way. Exhale, hands come down to your heart. Good. And we'll add a little bit more, a variation of the vinyasa that's a little more difficult. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, release, fold, and step back to plank. This time, Nadia's not gonna bring her knees to the mat to get all the way down to the mat. So it's kind of like the in-between of the modified version and the actual chaturanga. So she can lower to the mat, shift forward, lower down. And then we'll come into just cobra. So inhale, lift up, and that was really great. Nadia paused in her baby cobra and then used her arms to help deepen that energy in her back and in the front of her chest, in her heart. And you can release and curl your toes under. We'll skip the tabletop to push through your arms, lift up, and push your hips back to down dog. Awesome. Inhale, look in between your hands. Exhale, walk or hop forward. And inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, release. And we'll inhale all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands come down to your heart. Close your eyes, take a few breaths here. Good. Inhale, arms overhead. You can blink your eyes open. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, release. Good. We'll do the full chaturanga this time. Step back to plank. Shift forward onto your tippy toes, lower down until your upper arms are in line with your torso. Good. And then you're gonna push your heart forward to get to your up dog. Good. And roll your toes under. Good. And you can roll back up to down dog. Inhale, look in between your hands. Exhale, walk or hop forward. So we have these options, right? And these options, you can choose them at any time. Whether you hop or walk forward is maybe based on your intention, on your endurance level, how you feel, what you want your practice to do for you today. The same for the vinyasas. If you feel like your shoulders are a little sore, or you just don't want to have the most intense practice, you can do the modified version. If you want to make it super intense, you can do full chaturanga. Good. Awesome. Okay, let's go. Want to do one together?
Sure. Okay. Let's do the tell them about if they choose to jump back.
Okay, yeah.
Movement arms.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, we'll add.
I like to tell people too, a lot of times when people start moving fast, they forget that, like, I remind people chaturanga is pose, up dog is a pose. People start treating it like some sort of transition.
Yeah.
And like, so maybe you just say that as people speed it up, they start dropping around. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we'll now talk about jumping backwards into chaturanga, right? So we've hopped forward, now we're gonna hop back. So inhale, lift up, good. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, release, and hop back to chaturanga. Good. Plant your hands. You hop back. You can hop back into your plank and then move into your chaturanga, or hop right back into chaturanga. Again, this is based on your endurance level, your skill level, what feels safe and good in your body. But you want to make sure that you can hold a chaturanga, right? Because these are all poses. These aren't just, this isn't moving meditation, but this isn't a rush. We want each small part of this larger flow to have integrity. So each chaturanga is just as good as the first one, just as good as if you were to stay and hold. Good. Each up dog is intentional. Use your breath, and once you're ready, you can hop forward. Good. And in each hop, it's really super quiet. Like, pretend you have the thinnest walls in the world and your neighbor can't hear you practicing yoga. Perfect. Awesome. And we can do one together. Awesome. That was fun.
Thank you.